Yeah, we're skipping this. We'll get to the good stuff a bit later. I think most of the text in this game is unskippable, so I think we might be in some trouble. God, these letters look awful. I'm gonna have to fix this. But once I'm done with this research stream, I'll muck around with the settings for the PS1 emulation, see how it works. I'm telling you, this Sakamoto soundtrack is legit. Did I say it was? No, I had Star Ocean 2 was my #1 seed. But this is in my top 5, come on. Actually, it's probably top 3. As far as PS1 soundtracks go. As far as sound engineering goes, it's pretty legit. Like, this was like when they were using sequenced music for everything. Instead of, Red Book or... In the case of Skyrim, they're streaming it off the disc pretty much. It wasn't Red Book, but they used similar technology. But Sakamoto's always had some great sound engineers working with him, so the Base Escape guys are pretty good. I can't skip this. So you're going to be seeing a lot of this. A lot of these really low poly environments and these, 2D characters and these noseless portraits. Yeah, kids, back in our days, we couldn't even afford noses in our characters. Is this dithering? I mean, I've had like, what is it? VCR, like VHS recordings that look better than this. I mean, that's 240i, right? Well, it's 480i. I mean, it looks way better than this. Good Lord. This is a story mission, so we're not going to lose this fight. I can't change the difficulty level, apparently, so I guess the difficulty level is based on how much I choose to grind my characters. Unlike Nintendo, we're allowed to use God in our video games back then. Yeah, Nintendo, it is. They were kind of picky about that. Although they still allowed some crosses in the Castlevania games. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, low poly environments with a gray background. You know how it is. PS1 era, folks. I mean, Tactics Ogre didn't do this crap. Of course, this game was made by the people who did Tactics Ogre, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, the music certainly was. Let's forget if the director was. I'll check Wikipedia if I have to. As much as it pains me. You remember, my name is Tamza. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I don't have an option. It's gonna look like garbage no matter what. Yep, I'm host. Alright, it's as good as it's gonna look, kids. Until I can get out of this recording. So we'll just do this first video in this form. See how it looks. See, even the incidental music in this game is actually pretty good. But the really good stuff's in the random battles. We'll see some of those a bit later. In the next video. Which we'll probably do a quick one before we end this one. If we can do random battles, well, that'd be great. Okay, this part of the game's on autopilot, bear with me. This is what we had to put up with back in the day, folks. Okay, here we go. I can throw rocks. Whoops, wrong button. I'm not gonna get used to this circle-square thing, am I? Guts. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna increase my attack strength by 1 measly whatever. So does it go up from 10 to 11? I wasn't even paying attention. Status. Okay, it is now at level 7. Yay. Well, it went up by like 15%, right? Something like that. So we'll be okay. We're not going to lose this fight. Come on. I mean, we could auto battle. I mean, let me just stay here, my back against the wall. No, I don't want to move. I want to wait. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll wait. That means my turn will come up faster. There we go. Okay, next. This is the auto battle part. In this game, the direction that you face at the end of your turn is important because that will determine your likelihood of evading or blocking any attacks from the enemy. So if the enemy's right in front of me and I'm face to face with them, I have a greater chance of dodging or blocking the attack, or countering, I believe the case may be. If they flank you, there's still a slightly smaller chance that you will dodge or flank them. Like that. Like that's a flank. But if you get behind them, you're almost guaranteed to get the attack. So if you can, try to position yourself behind the enemy. I think there's a way to adjust the camera angle, if I'm not mistaken. So it's at a sharper downward angle. Might make this a bit easier to see. That's a guess, yeah. So everyone except for me is on autopilot. And again, I'm not using the dual sticks. There was no dual stick in the PS1, just so you know. And we can rotate the level as well. I'll do that in a second. As soon as my turn is up. We are definitely on autopilot. I think my turn's coming up next, though. Actually, I'll go to the screen that explains that in just a moment. As soon as my turn comes up. Job level is always awesome. There are several different ways to build your skill tree in this game. We'll explain that in a moment. Okay, status. That's already been explained. Act. Guts. Do I want to dash? No, I don't want to dash. That's for someone in front. Wish. Can I wish myself? No, I can't. I don't even know what this does. Press select. There we go. Offer one's own HP to the spirits, wishing to restore. Oh! I don't want to do that. Dash. Press select. Yeah, so it's a melee attack. You're bodying somebody. Accumulate. Select. Yeah, I probably don't need to accumulate. I just don't want to take any damage. Let's go back. Okay, select. Grassland. If there's a Geomancer in our party, yeah, there's a hell of a attack. Don't worry about that yet. Oh yeah, L1 and R1. Rotate the screen 90 degrees. It's always isometric, but it makes it easier for you to see. What's going on. Press L2 to zoom out or in. Makes the game look even worse. Ugh. R2 to adjust the angle. So I'm doing it right now to make it more of a top-down view so I can see what's going on over there on the other side of these rocks. It makes things a little bit easier. You can see all the dead bodies and the people who are crouching and things like that, so that helps. Let's see. Start? No. So I press start to cycle through the people in the order in which they will be called. So I'm number one. Okay, can I press... Okay, so I press triangle, get the AT. So that's the order. That's me, I'm Tamza. Well, it's the default name, game with T. So that's the order of everyone else. The reds are the enemies. That's when they get to go. Let's see, and then I come up again after Gafgarian. So I thought if I waited, then I would just... my turn would come up sooner. Because remember, this game works on a... How do I say this? It works on sort of a increment-based timer. So let me go to the... not that screen. Let's see. Select. Not select. X. Let's back out of that. Oh, by the way. Press B. Okay, I'm pressing the X key to see my movement range. That's in blue. So we're able to see how far I can travel on this turn. Let's see. Nothing really is. And I can also... I'm not... Actually, I think I'm able to jump up there. Am I able to jump up there? Let me check. No, I can't jump up here. That, on the top right-hand corner of the screen, that determines the height of the level. There's a base level, like right here. That's not even sea level. Height of 4. Height of 8. 11, 16. So this is all based on characters who can jump higher without who can jump up to higher levels based on their stats. They can also drop a level or two, but if you fall too far, you take damage. You take fall damage if you fall from too far a height. Not important right now. A few other things worth noting, of course, it helps to have the high ground because it means that you're more likely to strike your enemy, they're less likely to dodge you, and I believe you're more likely to do more damage. The tutorial will explain that. Press the circle button. Let's look at the status with the circle button. AT, there we go. On the right hand, on the middle of the screen, near the sword, in the middle of the screen, you'll see that AT. It says 7, so I guess that determines how much. Oh, that speed is speed is on the left-hand side of the screen, below the portrait of the character. Move 5, jump 3, speed is 6. I believe speed is what determines how soon your turn comes up, because I believe it simply counts. I believe it simply counts down, and then once your number reaches 0, then it's your turn again, something like that. The tutorial will explain that. On the top right-hand corner of the screen, you see the little icon in blue. I don't know what that represents. There's a little icon there that represents my sign. I'm a Capricorn in this game because my birthday is January 1st. Brave faith will be explained later, so we'll just worry about all this crap later. I press the circle button to see what my job tree looks like. Remember Gafgarian, the dude in the funny brown outfit? Went up a job level. Well, when you are dressed as a certain role, I'm a squire. So any attacks that I do causes my job level to increase. I can change it outside of battle. What matters is that the more you use a certain character in battle, in a certain job, the more you perform in battle as a particular job, performing actions while in that job increases your job level, which unlocks skills. When you unlock a skill, you can bring that skill into another job, which is the reason why you want to increase these job levels. Like, you could be a monk, learn some really awesome skills that you can take with you to other places. We'll get to this later. I'm definitely going to turn my guy into a monk, because the great thing about monks, they can do crap like this. Non-elemental attacks that are projectile attacks. So a bit later, we're going to get a wave fist that will allow me to attack enemies from a distance. We're going to get an earth slash that's a little bit stronger. We're going to do chakras that will heal you. Again, no MP needed, no magic points needed. Revive. So these guys are basically like magicians that really kick butt. So these guys are massively OP. We'll be using these all over the place. We'll get to that later. One step at a time, Grasshopper. I'm going to act with guts. Accumulate. So what was my meter on? Let me go back and check. Status. 7. And right there in the middle of the screen next to the sword. My weapon power is 7. My AT is 7. So watch what it is after I act. Execute. You have to go through a lot of button presses to do stuff. It's old school, bear with me. Status. See, now it's at level 8. So that sword was at level 7, now it's at level 8, as far as AT goes. So I think we've done enough damage for now. Wait. I'll keep my back to the wall so no one can get behind me. It's not going to matter at this stage, but I just want some experience. And I don't want to die. In fact, I'll probably get a finishing blow on somebody. I believe it was the PSP remake of Tactics Ogre did this a lot. A lot of auto battling, a lot of characters that were AI controlled to speed things along. Which again, it's a quality of life improvement. Worth noting that there are male and female characters in the game. Gender matters in this game. There are certain attacks that are stronger or weaker if the enemy you're facing is male or female. If you're fighting monsters, gender doesn't matter. But when we get down to the explanation of the bravery system, the faith system, and the astrology system they got going on. Gender's going to matter. The astrological sign matters. The time of the year matters a little bit. I almost feel like saying that the time doesn't matter at all in this game. It doesn't matter at all. It's just so insignificant compared to all the other stats you have to deal with. Basically, the compatibility system is a way to nerf your attacks excessively or make certain attacks significantly stronger in certain situations. It was only a factor when I played the game less than 2% of the time. Maybe 1% of the time it made a difference in a fight. Grinding matters more than the compatibility system. But I guess some speedrunners will probably make that work in their favor. We'll deal with that later. Act. Don't want to attack. We're going to use guts. Okay, what's my job level? Yep, 16 job. I went up 10 experience points and 16 job points. Press circle. Okay, so you see on the right-hand side of this row where it says Squire, I'm a Squire, my job points went up by 16. When I get 550 job points, I'll go up a level. I have oh, never mind. I have 461 total. Huh. And I've learned these. Okay. So I guess when I get up to 90, I can throw stuff. Alright. I thought I could already throw stuff. We'll wait. Let's do this. Okay, I press triangle. Does that mean I'll be able to pause the battle? Okay, so I pressed the triangle button to pause the battle. So now I can go to this menu here, check out the status of other characters. Let me check. I pressed the circle button to see what her job points are. Probably won't matter. I can't move. I can't cycle between the other members of my party. That sucks. Can I choose anyone else? Show unit. So I can't choose anyone else? I want to go to the unit list. Okay, I'm pressing start. Okay, so I'm cycling through these guys. Okay, so I can do that. I'm pressing start to cycle through everyone in not chronological order, in attack order. So I can't go backwards, can I? Nope. She's first. Or she's next. That's 3, 4. Well, I can also use the D-pad to choose different people. So I'll press circle here. Status, circle. So I can check out his status. See what he's carrying. Okay, that's cute. Cancel that. Here are the dead guys. Fuchs. Big old Fuchs. Okay, so he's dead. 0 HP. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. 3. Can I press start? No. Can I press triangle? There we go. Press triangle to get the AT. So I'm going to check out the unit list. Before I do that, let me check out the options. Cursor movements. Oh, that's cute. Message display speed. Fast. Navigation message on. Show ability manager. Effect message. Target flashing. Okay. Yeah, we're still set for stereo. What else? Message display we already did. Finger cursor repeat speed. You mean like this? Yeah, not like that. I don't know what that means. We'll come to that. Cursor speed on multiple heights. Oh, so if you're on a level where you can... If you're like on top of somebody, like if you're on a, how do I say, if you're on a balcony, or if you're on a balcony, you're on the top, but someone's underneath the balcony, something like that. We'll leave that as is. Cursor repeat speed, fast. I don't know what difference that makes. Cursor movements, A-type, B-type. I don't know what that means. We'll make it A-type, just don't want to change that. Option... Okay, whatever. Unit list. Okay, so here's my unit list. Let's see. But blue. Okay, so all these blue lights here, that's my team. Orange lights are the bad guys. What else do I need to know here? These guys are in order by HP. Actually, they're not sorted at all. Oh, okay. So I press the triangle button to choose the order. We'll worry about that later. Okay. Top of the screen, HP displays all their HP. Display MP. I'm pressing L2 and R2 to adjust the display statistic. HP, MP, count. I think, yeah, that's right. Remember I mentioned the speed earlier? Right here. Okay, I'm pressing select. See if I can explain that. No, this will explain it. Unit name. Okay, so I press select. Okay, so I press select. Okay, so now I can see what each of these things means. Active turn. Denominator shows the number of units in math. Numerator shows the active turn sequence. 5 over 11. I'm fifth in line. 11 is the number of people in the on the screen. We're still alive, apparently. No, that's all 11 of them. Dead and alive. Okay, level. When you get 100 experience, your level increases. I gained 10 experience just by sitting there and pressing gut. Just by sitting there and gathering that gut skill, I'm gaining 10 experience points. And I don't take any damage. Just saying. Experience. Okay, 100, oh, goes up by 1. Okay, explained. HP, MP, count. When CT is 100, you get an active turn. Okay. So I guess that determines, I guess my speed determines the increments that CT goes up each turn. So after someone goes, it goes up by 6. Then after everyone's increment goes up, basically everyone's increment, I think, goes up in units of 6. Maybe not units of 6. But basically once you get to 100, it's your turn. So that CT meter is going to go up by 6 every increment, I guess you could say. We'll get to that. That's my name. That's my job. Again, that will be changed later. Get equipped robes. So that's my main character can do all this. That's my sign. I'm a Capricorn because my birthday is on January 1st. I'm compatible with... That's cute. Cancer of the opposite sex. Worse, Cancer of the same sex. That's adorable. So, very compatible with Taurus and Virgo. Not compatible with Aries and Libra. I forget what good and bad means. Again, that might determine how much your attacks or your magic spells are nerfed or buffed. So are they stronger or weaker based on your compatibility? We'll get to that later. Brave. The higher the numbers, the more courage, I believe, determines your attack strength generally. I forget. Faith increases the effectiveness of magic spells, as I recall. We'll get to that. Do a tutorial later. Let's see. CT. So that's whose turn it is next. 1. Okay. Level experience. Brave faith. Okay. So my bravery level and all that. Okay. Press triangle. Order. Put them in order by something reasonable. Something that makes sense. Like CT. So that'll determine the order. Well, let's try reverse order though. Is that the order? Yeah. Okay. So, CT 100, but they're dead. 2, 4, 1. I guess they're all, I guess it's a tie. It's kind of hard to determine whose turn it is. Order. Job. Sort them by HP. There we go. So who has the most HP? Our team. That one's about to die. Actually, that one took a hit. This one's not going to last very long. Okay, so that helps. You can also see their signs. I don't think you can't order them based on their signs, can you? No, you can't. You can't sort them based on astrology. Another reason why the system's completely worthless. Search. I hit the wrong button. Unit list. Load screen. There we go. Triangle, search. I guess I can't search from here. I think once, yeah, when I'm out of combat, I can search again. Okay, it's enough of this. Back to business. Alicia, Red, okay. So we know who's coming up next. Let's do this. Next. Press start, ready to go. Ready to go. And, okay, we're done with this. Okay, so I had to press circle to get that screen to show up. Okay. Dial ray is going to last forever. It's going to be a 30-minute video where all I do is just explain the first battle. We're running out of time, that's okay. We'll get most of the battle done pretty shortly. I hope. Can't speed up the combat in this game. As much as it pains me to admit that. I did buy the PSP version, and I believe the music turned out okay. Actually, no. The music during the cutscenes was fine. The music during the pre-rendered cutscenes was fine. The music during the game takes a bit of a hit because it can't emulate the music as well as the PS1 does. PS1 had an awesome sound chip, by the way. The obvious evolution of the Super NES sound chip, this was the next level. I think the Saturn was the Saturn did very well too, but it's kind of embarrassing that some of their games didn't have very good music. Even games you thought would have good music. Like Shining the Holy Ark. What the heck happened to that? I mean, the same guy, Satoshi Sakamoto, did the soundtrack for, what was it? Star Ocean 2. Sounded way better than the soundtrack to Shining the Holy Ark. So I don't know what the heck happened there. Okay, so we'll wait here. By the door, where I can't get hurt. This guy's running away. Oh, that's right, he's doing his night sword. So we can get him from a distance. I think he has to wield the night sword from a distance. I forget. Like, this is all AI. It's all pre-scripted. If it's not pre-scripted, it's just doing AI battling, is all. So that's what the auto battle functions for, actually. But again, I'm just trying to increase my experience, as I just did, as you see right there. Oh, here we go. Well, that's a twist. That's an M. Night Shyamalan twist. Back door. Hey. I don't have to do all that. What's this, Double Dragon? Well, I guess it's better than the old trope. What was the trope? Grabbing a woman by the wrist causes her to faint. Well, this guy sort of punched her in the abdomen. So there's that. So I hope you're happy. You can barely see it because the animation's so terrible. Anyway, that's what we needed to see it. Yeah, I don't think the PS1 version added any additional animation to any of these cutscenes. It's kind of weird. That cost some money, let's be honest. Can we skip this? We can't skip this. Generic Hitoshi Sakamoto marching music. It's good, though. It's good for what it is. So I will not be able to skip this, it looks like. So this was just a test to see how well this thing played a PS1 game. I think it's the only PS1 game I have lying around here. Because I think I already sold Driver. I think it was like $2 for crying out loud. Oh well. Come on, hurry up. What's the CinemaSin? It's like reading. Well, it's not just reading. It's like really slow text display. I mean, why do a Star Wars like scrolling exposition thing when you can just do this? I mean, Lord. I mean, could you imagine like a Star Wars like text roll for this? Might make it more interesting. Come on, I know how to read. Hurry up. Oh, God. Old school like the old school, am I right?